to the press conference on the last and concluding day of the 14th EDWA National Conference. We have with us the newly elected office bearers of EDWA, President P.K. Srimati, General Secretary Kananika Ghosh, the newly elected Treasurer Tapashi Praharaj, and the outgoing General Secretary and the newly elected Vice President Mariam Dhavle. Now, I request Srimati to preside over the press conference and conduct it.
Dear friends, our 14th EDWA National Conference is over, 25th to 28th. It was a very fantastic conference. Our organization is not very strong in Telangana, but they are working very hard, for equality, emancipation. They are working. They are working with the people. They are working for women. They are working for the status. But we didn't expect this kind of achievement. No words to speak. The reception committee and our area state committee, Comrade Aruna is not here, our secretary, Telangana State Secretary, Rashmi is here. Then after the fourth day, the last day, the main agenda was electing the new Central Executive Committee. We elected first the new Central Executive Committee, 109 members from 25 districts we had elected, states. We had elected 109 members from 25 states. Then we, from the first meeting of the Central Executive Committee meeting held 109 members participated, and the first meeting, our outgoing General Secretary proposed the new office bearers, and then we asked the opinion from them. They have to elect that proposal. Everybody agreed unanimously. The new Central Executive Committee, the whole delegation passed. The new Central Executive Committee also passed by the delegates unanimously, and the office bearer also, the first Central Executive Committee passed, agreed unanimously. I am giving the mic to our outgoing General Secretary to tell who is the new office bearers for the coming 3 years. Comrade Mariam, please.
Thank you for coming here, and to get directly to the point, the conference ended on a very heartening and a very enthusiastic note. In our organization, we have a principle that no office bearer can continue after more than 3 terms. That is, one term is of 3 years, that is after 9 years. So, on the major 3 posts, that is President, Secretary and Treasurer. So, naturally, the General Secretary's 3 terms were over, and so a new General Secretary had to be elected. Our new General Secretary is from West Bengal, a very capable, efficient leader who has faced the brutalities of the TMC BJP government, has led the organization very capably. Her name is Kananika Ghosh, who is sitting right next to Srimati ji. Srimati was re-elected as president. She is a very tried and tested leader from Kerala, has a huge experience of the movement and of struggles. She has also been elected as a MLA, as a MP, has been a health minister. So she has a massive treasure of experience. So with this experience, obviously, Kananika will get good help to run the organization. Our treasurer was S. Punyavati, who has been relieved, and the new treasurer is from Odisha, Tapashi Prahalad, sitting to my right, and she will look after the finances of the organization. The conference basically unitedly, unanimously, in an enthusiastic manner elected not only the three leadership, we also elected the office bearers, the vice presidents, 18 vice presidents, 10 secretaries, and 5 assistant secretaries. So a 36-member office bearers secretariat, central secretariat, was also elected in this conference. I will request the newly elected secretary that what happened in the conference and what are the call of the conference, she will elaborate before you.
Comrade, thanks and greetings to all of you. On behalf of the collective ADOA CEC, Central Executive Committee, at first I want to tell that in our conference, our president says that we have it in a democratic manner, and 76 participants totally. They're taking part in our discussion, and with thorough discussion, international, national, the state politics, we are taking the ongoing mode of our struggles, क्योंकि हम लोग ये समझते हैं जब हम लोग का 8वां 14th नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस में we have our slogans that oppose imperialism, combat Manubad, and uphold women's rights. Yes, this is the central call of our conference also. You see, in the international arena, there is a growing attack, there is aggressive attack of imperialism. And in the national arena, we write down our slogans that combat Manubad, because we see the corporate communal nexus in our state, in our country, BJP RSS government. They're always trying to ये जो अधिकार है, हम लोगों का जो अधिकार है, हम लोगों का जो हक है, जो गरीबों का, दलित, आदिवासी, मार्जिनल सेक्शन का जो मांग है, इसको तो वही कोई इंपॉर्टेंस नहीं देना चाहते हैं. वो तो एकदम अदानी अंबानी का गवर्नमेंट है. और हम लोग का लड़ाई वुमेन्स को सिक्योरिटी के लिए, वुमेन को सेफगार्ड करने के लिए. और हम लोग जब ये करते हैं, when we are doing this type of job, this type of struggles also, never we have noticed any political color, because who are the victim of violence, who are the victim of any torture? They are women. And so we are always trying to uphold the women rights, And so, we want to give a call, and we has also given the call to our unit committee to take in part in 12th February national strike. You know, the labor code, the ongoing torture on working class, and in the working class, there are also poorest of the poor are the women. So, this is our struggle. And so he has given the call that every unit, they will take part in 12th February national strike to dismantle the labor code that is against working class, against worker. And we have the issue of MFI. Mayandi is here, Srimati is here, and Tapashidi Archana Mallu Lakshmi, she is the Secretary of Telangana. She is also here. We had a great survey on MFI, and we had noticed that the poorer section of the women, marginalized section of the women, they are very much harassed by the microfinance loan because the banks are not willing to giving loan them also in this time. Because in this time of the BJP RSS government, BJP RSS led government, we have seen that banks always gives loan to the billionaire, millionaire, and then that is bad loan. And they never get return from that loan. Yeah. This is the picture of our country. So, half of the population होने के नाते हम लोग ये कहना चाहते हैं कि ये जो हम लोग का लड़ाई है, हम लोग का जो ड्यू शेयर है वो देना पड़ेगा। और ये हम लोग तैयार भी कर लिए है कि संघर्ष है एक ही रास्ता जो हम लोगों का ये बैंक देना सकती, और नहीं देगा तो छीन लेना पड़ेगा। तो हम लोग तैयार भी है इसके लिए। सो अपहोल्ड वुमेन राइट्स, महिलाओं को मर्यादा के लिए, महिलाओं को अधिकारों के लिए, हम लोग का मनरेगा के लिए ये जो वो एकदम बदल कर देना चाहते हैं। ग्राम जी दे सेड जी राम जी, लेकिन ये तो हम लोगों का हक है। ये बहुत लड़ाई का बाद फर्स्ट जो यूपीए गवर्नमेंट है, लेफ्ट भी थे, सपोर्ट करते थे, उस टाइम ये हुआ, और आज उसको चेंज कर देना चाहते हैं। लेकिन हम लोग छोड़ेंगे नहीं, हम लोग लड़ेंगे, आंख में आंख डालकर हम लड़ेंगे। लेकिन ये हम लोग का जो मांग है, क्योंकि मनरेगा में मैक्सिमम आर द वीमेन, एंड ये हम लोगों का मांग है, उनको जो वेज है उसका भी बढ़ाना चाहिए। ये सब लेके हम लोग का संघर्ष जारी रहेगा। और ये सब all this we have discussed in our conference, and we want to take this issue on the street, and we are fighting, and we will fight against this corporate communal nexus government and Manuvadi ideology also. Nandit? Yeah.
Do you want to ask something? No? Is it okay? You want to say something?
Yeah. Anything you want to ask, then you will answer. Oh. Um, during um, in this conference, we had an important agenda. Seven commission papers. Our CC decided and printed and on that subject, that is against imperialism, against cyber crime, against communalism, and then LDF government's alternative policy. Another thing, right to right to informal women, then sports, different subjects, and cyber criminals. We group by group, 800 delegates, 7 groups, divided 7 groups, and 1.5 hour discussed. And from that discussion, we got some new idea, and that presented also. With taking 1 hour today, 7 group leaders presented. That also we rewrite. We are going to rewrite and then make it a book. That is 7 subject, that very important subject that we face in India. People face. So that's also a very important agenda that we didn't get, that commission paper. No. Then nothing to more.
I'll just explain to them. See, these commission papers that we had, one was the impact of imperialism on women all over the world. You know, because of imperialist exploitation, the gender inequality has increased globally in every country. So, in that commission paper, that was elaborated and analyzed as to how imperialism impacts women's lives adversely. The second commission paper was on informal workers. You know, the government has passed the labor codes, and in those labor codes, the women working in the informal sector are going to be very badly affected, because no laws are going to be applicable. As it is, no laws were applicable. But now, even further, they will be totally harassed. So, as a women's organization, maximum number of workers working in the informal sector are women. So, that is why we discuss this issue, and we plan to take that issue forward. The third one is increasing cyber crimes. You see, in our country, there is no control. And we have seen all this, that Billy Bai, and you know, all these things of morphing people's faces, and abuse of women through the online digital processes. Now, we have to understand, this is a new situation in the country. So, we have to understand how to deal with it. And that is why we had a thorough discussion on that. Then we had a commission paper on urbanization and women. You know, this whole concept of smart cities that the Modi's government is having. It is a smart city, but smart for whom? That is not very clear. Because you see, everywhere flooding takes place, water facility is not there, hospitals are not there. Means actually for citizens, the facilities are not there. So they want to make cities only for the rich. And that is what they are calling as smart cities. And the poor are getting marginalized and thrown away to the borders, far off borders. So, on that it was discussed, and women are badly impacted by that. So that. Then the sports and women. The government, Modi government has made a new sports policy, which we have opined against. because in that sports policy there is no mention about how sports for women will be promoted, how the sexual harassment of young sports women that is happening, and there are no internal complaints committees in any of the sports institutions. What is the government going to take steps about that? There is nothing in that sports policy. So we discussed that. Then that is the fifth one, I think. And we discussed no, we discussed the changes in the laws, the Manuvadi changes in the laws. You see, our constitution gives us a country that is secular. So that means we all have a right how to live our life, whom to marry, that is my choice. But the Modi government has made very adverse changes in the laws and to curb the right to choice, to curb the right to choice of women. You cannot choose your own life partner today according to that law. And marriages are breaking up. They're breaking up in Karnataka, in Uttar Pradesh, in Uttarakhand. All these Bajrangal people are going and they're breaking up intercaste, interreligious marriages. So these Manuvadi changes in the laws, that was also discussed. And caste, gender, gender and identity. On that issue, how this whole caste exploitation, how gender is also into it in a much worse way, that was also discussed. So all these papers were discussed into 7 groups and very interesting analysis came up and was reported before the conference. You thank the media?
I express our wholehearted thanks to the press and gratitude towards all the press and print media and social media and visual media. Because actually I didn't expect too many visual medias and the print media. In Kerala, it was like that. So many. But in Telangana, I thought that 3 or 4. But I don't know. He is such a coordinator. Otherwise, you are also very pro women. Our organization leader, you are in mind, in heart. You want to support. That is why. So we are very grateful. We express our wholehearted gratitude. Thank you. Thanks a lot. స్వతంత్ర నేషనల్ కాన్ఫరెన్స్ హైదరాబాద్లో నిర్వహిస్తున్న సందర్భంగా 5 రోజుల నుండి ప్రింట్ మీడియా, ఎలక్ట్రానిక్ మీడియా వాళ్ళందరూ కూడా ఇలా యూట్యూబ్ ఛానల్స్ సంబంధించిన వాళ్ళు కూడా వివిధ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్తో పాటు ఒక్కొక్క అంటే ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఉన్నటువంటి నాయకులందరూ ఇంటర్వ్యూ చేసి అవుట్గా చేసినటువంటి ఉద్యమాలు, పోరాటాలు ఇవన్నీ కూడా తీసుకొని పేపర్లో వేయటం, ఒక తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్ర వ్యాప్తంగా హైదరాబాద్లో అవుట్డోర్ మహాసభ జరుగుతుందని మీరందరూ ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ చేశారు. మీ అందరికీ తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్ర కమిటీ నుంచి ప్రత్యేక ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేస్తున్నాను. అట్లాగే ఆల్ ఇండియా కమిటీ నుంచి కూడా మీరందరికీ కూడా అంటే బసపల్లి గారు దీన్ని కోఆర్డినేట్ చేశారు. వారికి అంటే ఇక్కడ పేర్లు తెలియదు, ఒకరి పేరు మెన్షన్ చేసి ఇంకో పేరు రాకుంటే మీరు ఇబ్బంది పడతారు, మేము ఇబ్బంది పడతాం. కాబట్టి ఇక్కడికి వచ్చిన అందరూ కూడా చాలా సక్సెస్ఫుల్ గా ప్రింట్ మీడియా, ఎలక్ట్రానిక్ మీడియాలో సక్సెస్ చేసినందుకు మీ అందరికీ ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేసి, పబ్లిక్ మీటింగ్ కూడా ప్రదర్శన పబ్లిక్ మీటింగ్ కూడా మీరు బాగా ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ చేయడం జరిగింది. అందువల్ల మా అభిప్రాయంతో ఇప్పటిదాకా మేము చాలా పని చేస్తున్నాం, గ్రౌండ్ లెవెల్లో పనిచేస్తున్నాం, కానీ మేము ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ చేయలేదు. కానీ ఈ మాసంలో సందర్భంగా మటుకు మీరు చాలా బాగా కవరేజ్ ఇచ్చారు. కాబట్టి మరొకసారి మీ అందరికీ ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేస్తున్నాను. భవిష్యత్తులో ఎక్కడ సహకరించాలి, ఎందుకంటే మహిళా సమస్యలు ఎక్కువ ఉంటే ఎదురాకు ఉంటుంది, మహిళా సమస్యల పరిష్కారం కోసం నిరంతరం పోరాటాలు చేస్తుంది. కాబట్టి ఆ పోరాటాలు చేసేటటువంటి ఉద్యమాలకు మీరు ఆ రకంగా అవకాశాలు ఇవ్వాల్సిన అవసరం కోరుకుంటూ ఈ అవకాశం ఇచ్చిన అందరికీ ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేస్తున్నాను.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.